Imagine you meet John, and John is a good looking guy who's very charismatic, and he's talking to you. You have a really good time talking with him, and he's selling water, but you just drink water, so you're not that interested. But you really like John. You think he's an amazing person and he's a cool guy. Um, and he says, "Hey, why don't I just grab your contact and I'll reach out to you maybe if there's a better time when you need some of this water." And of course, you give him your contact. Now, you don't think much of it. You go about your day. And then 2 months later, you're out in the beach. You've been walking for about 8 hours and you're feeling very thirsty. And guess what? John texts you and says, "Hey, I saw you down the beach. I'm actually giving some of the other travelers and tourists and just people on the beach. I'm selling some of them some water. And I really was curious. Would you also be interested in some water?" And guess what? You end up buying the water from John. And that's the same thing with your business. And that is why follow up is so important, right? Because most of the time, people just buy from people, right? A lot of business is going to be sold because people buy from people. And yes, there is logical reasons to buy from things, and that can be a variable as part of the main reason, which is people buy from people. And follow up is one of those ways in which you can re-engage with past prospects who are interested, who liked you, but maybe the timing or maybe some other variable really did not make sense for them to buy. And you're doing them an injustice by not re-following up on that relationship and that attempt to, "Hey, I really appreciate you. I would like to help you with something," whether indirectly, directly, whether consciously or subconsciously. That is a human behavior. That is something that you should also follow and you should not run away from. And you should be consistently following up with any prospects, any leads, any relationships, just with everyone. Even reconnecting with old people you might not have, thought about and just saying, "Wow, I wonder what they're doing. I'd love to, go to the gym or go grab some coffee or something." I think that's something that is very important and is a very good habit to have, which is why follow up is one of the most important things, yet it's something that everyone, including myself, struggles with doing.